I return now to a soldier who took to TikTok, which, by the way, I have issues with. Why is somebody in the U.S. military on TikTok anyway? That should be against the rules. But the story this soldier tells is infuriating. You remember when we pulled out of Afghanistan, when Joe Biden engineered one of the most embarrassing, humiliating, deadly, and devastating withdrawals from a country that our military has ever executed. It was an absolute disaster. By the way, not one person was fired. And if you ask the Biden administration today, they'll actually claim it was a huge success. That's how warped these individuals are. With 13 service members murdered by a terrorist because we relied on the Taliban to provide security. But you'll remember another part of that pullout where we left billions and billions and billions of dollars of equipment behind, right? Well, listen to this soldier's story.
I want to share something with you guys today. I want to holler, I want to scream, I want to yell, but it won't do any good. Today is gear turn-in day for me. I turn in all the gear that I've collected over the last 4 years of being active duty with the Army, with the 82nd Airborne Division. 2 years ago, my unit deployed to Afghanistan for the Afghanistan withdrawal. We spent a few weeks over there. It was hectic. It was chaotic. It was disgusting. And it made me very disappointed in our government. Today, I'm reminded of how disappointed I am in our government. Go to turn in my gear. They want to charge me $500 to $1,000 for gear that I was ordered to leave in Afghanistan 2 years ago. Because as the last two birds were sitting on the tarmac, ready to leave, there wasn't any room for extra gear or extra weight. Therefore, we were told to leave it. Some lower enlisted dudes, including myself, were like, no, this stuff is expensive. I'm not leaving this. I'm going to get charged for this when it comes time to leave. Don't worry. We're going to catch you on the back end. We'll flipple it. No. It's time to get out of the Army, and they want to charge you for that. Meanwhile, we can continue to give millions of dollars to the Taliban. We can give billions of dollars to Ukraine. We can give billions of dollars to student debt relief. We can give a bunch of stupid stimulus checks. We can cut those to the American people. But we can't cover $500 to $1,000 for a dude that left gear in Afghanistan, for a dude that left gear in a place that you put me to begin with. The government is so stinking backwards right now, man. This administration's last priority is the American people. And inside of the American people, their last priority is their soldiers, their Marines, their airmen, their Navy. It's so messed up, man. I thought today was going to be bittersweet getting out, but I'm just so happy to separate. I'm very, very excited to stop serving my government and just getting started serving my country. It's sad.
Today is November 20th. This is the amount they want to hit me with leaving service, $3,561. I'm not asking for help, but if you wanted to help, I would greatly appreciate it. I'm going to swallow my pride for the sake of my family and post my Venmo in the comments. Thank you so much.
All right. So there you go. That's an unbelievable story. And the fact that this guy, and it's been vetted, by the way, there's a account on X called Stolen Valor. They look into issues that involve our military. And they said, I spoke to the soldier last night. He's adamant. They were told to leave some of his equipment behind. He's going to send me a CIF records. He also spoke with Representative Dan Crenshaw directly last night about it, and he's looking into it. And here is that exchange with Congressman Dan Crenshaw, who is a retired Navy SEAL, asking for more information about this. This is going to be resolved at some point. But the fact that it even happened in the first place tells you everything about the Biden administration, this Pentagon under General Milley and Lloyd Austin, where their priorities are. I wish this guy had just taken to TikTok and come out as a transgender drag queen and then told a story, and he would have gotten bonuses, right? Because that's where the priorities are right now with the leadership of our military. But I assure you, I have met too many young men and women who are enlisted and young officers who have just come into the military over the last several years, they're not buying into what the Pentagon is feeding. They roll their eyes. They push back on it as much as they can. But the only way this guy was able to speak publicly about the outrage that he's experiencing is because it was his last day wearing that uniform. We left billions and billions of dollars of equipment, lethal weapons in the hands of the Taliban that they're now selling to our enemies and to terrorist states as a policy. And this guy gets dinged with a $3,000 bill because he left some equipment behind during that chaotic pullout. Equipment that he says his chain of command said, don't worry about it. We got you covered. Absolute outrage. And we will follow up on it.